Alright YouTubers, come back at you with another flash art review. Today we're looking at another Thrunite product. This is the Thrunite TN4A 1150 lumen cool white version. This is a little spotlight. It has 4 AA batteries. Screw this compartment here. There's your battery. I got some lithium rechargeables in there right now. Screws on nice. The threads are very positive, not gritty. You got your actuator button here, and if you hold that down, it'll cycle through the Firefly, medium, high, and turbo. And if I want to double click it, it goes right to turbo. If I double click it again, it goes into a strobe mode, which is crazy blinding. So don't. The strobe mode is pretty much on the highest lumens, so this thing would definitely blind you. So let's kind of go over the specs a little bit. It uses a Cree XPL high LED. It's got a 20-year lifespan on that. It runs on 4 AA's, which I mentioned. It's a working voltage is anywhere from 2.75 to 8 volts. Your output is 1150 on the turbo mode, which will run for about 56 minutes. Your high is 1050, 150 minutes, and your high is 520 lumens, and then your medium is 120 lumens, and your low, like your moonlight mode, what you call it, is 14 lumens, and that'll last for 93 hours. You have a peak beam intensity of 5,234 CDs. Your maximum beam distance is 457 meters, guys. Like I said, this is a mini spotlight. That is a ways out there. Impact resistance of 2 meters. Waterproof. Weighs about, let's see how many ounces, since we don't measure everything in grams here in the United States. This is with batteries, weighs 10.8 ounces, so it's not very light. I mean, it is light considering 4 AA's in there and the size of the light. So the accessories you get this nice holster, which is good quality, fits the light nicely. You got this lanyard attachment, as you can see I've got it on here. So you want to throw that on your belt. It's Velcroed, so you can put it through your pack. It's also got the belt loop. Really like that. That's a great holster. Comes in this nice box, and you've got your extra O-ring and such, your extra little button actuator there, and it's just got some foam. So this is a unique light. I wouldn't call it an EDC light. I would call it what I was thinking about, because it's waterproof and it has such a high lumen, to be great for on a boat. If you're boating and you need to see, out in the water in the dark, and you don't want to, if you dropped it, it's not gonna, it's not gonna get it wet. It's not gonna ruin the flashlight, but it's gonna give you tons of lumens. Like I said, like working like a little spotlight. Also a great camping flashlight, using the wilderness. Like I mentioned, or it'll tell stand, so you can light up an entire room with this thing. It's pretty crazy. And I'm going to do some demonstration videos of when it's dark outside, of how light this is. I'll probably do it in a separate video, or how bright this light is, and how it lights up an entire room. We've been doing some home renovations, and if it was dark, now I'd show you. It's not. That I've used this thing actually to light up the entire room, because we had the power and the breaker switch for a few things, doing some electrical work. So really cool. A lot of uses for this flashlight. It is pretty good sized. It's obviously compact, meaning in length, but it's a little, it's pretty wide. But it's got some great knurling here, so you can, and you get it in your hand, it's not going to fall. Plus, you use the lanyard, which is adjustable for everyone's wrist. You're not going to lose that. And I love that it has the button up here. It works well with the lanyard. So you do have a memory mode, so it will not go back into Firefly memory, but it'll go to the latest mode that you were in every time. So if I cycle through and go to the higher modes, and then I turn it off, it'll go back to that mode. So it's got a nice memory functionality. Very easy to use and intuitive interface on this one. So let's see, anything else? It does have a low voltage indication. When it goes red, it means your batteries are going out, which is, when I'm using rechargeables, it's really nice, because then I know, okay, I need to recharge the batteries. AA batteries everywhere. Very, no matter where you look, you can find a AA. So I wanted to kind of compare this one with the TC10V2 that runs on a 18650 rechargeable battery, and just kind of give you, an option there. Just kind of compare the two lights, and what one would be the best. Oh, and we had something fall off my shelf in the middle of the video. Ironically, it's another Thrunite box. Pretty funny. But I wanted to compare these two. You can see that the TC10 is, you know, going to be a little bit longer. It is also going to run on a more expensive battery, so it's, you know, it may not be. You kind of got to just decide, you know, do you want, because they're both of them. The TN4 puts out more lumens by I think about 150 lumens, but it's a little bit thicker, you know, heavier. This has a belt clip. It has the tail clip, the tail switch, as well as the front actuator, and it will also, well, see, it doesn't tail stand very well because it kind of has that strike bezel here, you know, kind of more tactical. So it will tail stand, but not as secure. The nice thing about this one is it's like a little torch. You can tail stand that anywhere. It's got enough surface area that it's going to stand up straight. So, you know, I kind of got to decide which one, if you want to run the more expensive battery and not get quite as much output, but have the light be more, you know, thinner, or run the thicker light with a cheaper battery. So, kind of an option. But like I said, I believe that one puts out 900 lumens. I'll have to double check real quick, but they're both great options. Price wise, I also feel like they're pretty close in cost. So let me just double check. So this one, the TC10 is actually, because it's rechargeable and it's a little bit more expensive by about 20 bucks, but it is about, like I said, about 150 lumens. Not quite as bright as the TN4A. So they're both comparable. You know, it just kind of decide which, you know, if you like some people like running the 18650 battery. It came with a charger on mine, which is nice. And obviously, you know, AA batteries are easy to find. So kind of just got to decide that the TN4A is going to run you about 50 bucks. So that's, you know, a little less expensive, and it uses a cheaper battery. So you kind of got to decide, you know, actually, excuse me, yeah, about 50 bucks, like I said. So it's about $10 cheaper, and it uses the 4 AA batteries, and it actually has a higher output. So, you know, it's up to you guys. I like them both. I use both of them. I like the TC10 is rechargeable. I mean, and it has what do you call it here? The USB port here. That's kind of a cool feature. So, you know, kind of got to decide. I think they're both great options. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do a separate video here with the testing of the light, showing the brightness and the dark and those kind of things. So this video is just going to kind of be a general overview, first impressions. It's really cool. I really dig it. If you're in the market for a really high lumen light that uses a cheap battery, you look no further, because for 50 bucks you get a ton of light, ton of lumens, and you get a nice interface, and, you know, something that's really versatile. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video.